As an artist, there's really nothing worse than creating a whole bunch of artwork, going out trying to sell it, whether you're selling it in person or online, and then having nobody purchase. It totally sucks. I mean, I feel your pain. If you're watching this video, maybe you have tried to make some artwork and then you've had a really difficult time selling it. I'm a full-time artist. I've been doing this for 10 years. I support myself completely off of selling my art. But let me tell you, I've had lots of pieces that I've made over the years that I have had such difficulty selling. Some of them still haven't sold. And so I just kind of keep those back as memories of things maybe I shouldn't do again when it comes to the creative process. So in this video, I want to go over some of the things I've learned in the last 10 years. So that way you won't make some of the mistakes I did and you can learn from them and be able to sell your work easier. First, it's really helpful if you know who your ideal customer is prior to ever making any artwork. I know this kind of is counterintuitive to a lot of artists because we don't like to think of our artwork as a product, but if you're trying to sell it, it really is a product. And if you're trying to sell a product, it's helpful to know what the customer wants to purchase, right? I mean, it's kind of a business basics 101. And so when it comes to developing a body of work, if you have an ideal customer in mind, you can create them an irresistible product, an irresistible artwork, something that they've always been looking for. So if you know your customers are animal people, that's who I serve primarily in my business, so I'm going to use that as an example. So people who own pets, then you know that probably you need to paint like lots of different animals because everybody owns a different type of pet, and their ideal artwork is going to be an artwork of their pet or of a pet that looks similar to theirs. And so for me, when I'm crafting my irresistible offer, when I'm making that irresistible item for the customer, I try to think of the most popular dog breeds and I paint all of those and I make sure to have those available when I'm selling either online or in person. So that way when that customer walks into my booth or comes into my social media presence, wherever that is, whether it's Facebook or my website, whenever they enter into the space that I'm selling, they have something there that they find that's like, ooh, this is cool. I love this. Let's say they are a French bulldog owner. Then they see that I've painted several French bulldogs. And so there is something there for them. Now I'm going to let you in on a little secret sauce. And this is the price. Once you've got the customer into your art fair booth or your website, wherever you're selling to them at, once you've got them there, if you give them an amazing price, something that surprises them, that's a little bit less than what they thought it would be, so they feel like they are getting a deal, they are almost certainly going to purchase because people love to get a deal. I mean, think about it. Don't you like getting a deal? I mean, I know I do, and your customers definitely do. So if you want happy customers who are going to tell all of their friends about you, so you get word of mouth advertising, and who are likely to come back and purchase from you again in the future, give them a little bit of a deal. Now that you've figured out who your ideal customer is and the price that's the perfect price point to make it just such an irresistible purchase for them, you have to figure out where your customers are hanging out at. Where can you sell to the most people who are in your ideal customer base as possible? For me, that is mid-level art fairs and craft fairs because I'm selling a lot of items that are $20 that are giftable. Now, if you're selling a higher end pieces, let's say you are selling original paintings in the range of $300 to $500 or more, then you need to find a fine art fair or a website like Artsy, something like that, that's a higher end where you can sell your work. You don't want to be selling your artwork on Etsy, for instance, right? But people like me who are selling gift items, Etsy is the perfect place. So you got to really think about where your target market is, where your ideal customer is, and then make sure to put your artwork in front of them in those locations. When it comes to social media marketing, another idea is to find groups like on Facebook or Pinterest, places like that where you think your customer is hanging out at and frequenting online, and make sure to post in those locations. Now, sometimes you got to be a little bit covert about it. You have to post in ways that aren't too spammy in different groups and things like that, especially on Facebook if you don't want to get banned by the administrators. But if you can find a way to post about things that they're interested in and then get them onto your Facebook profile where you have your artwork for sale, then it can be a great way to drive traffic to your website and get your ideal customers. If you'd like to learn more ways to make money as an artist, you should watch this video. I've outlined 30 plus different income streams for artists that are very doable so you can make some more money. All right, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.